Ladies, stop giving your power away to men. And that's what this video is about. Hey there, Jackie here, and I'm back. And this video is all about how to stop giving your power away to men. And I'm going to give you the signs that you're doing that. I really want to empower you as the ultimate feminine woman. It's so important that we live our lives from our most empowered feminine self. And if you want to call in an empowered masculine man, then you need to step into your most empowered feminine self. And giving your power away is the opposite of doing that. So let's go over the 3 signs that you might be giving your power away to men and not living in your authentic, empowered feminine self. All right, the first one, and before I give you these signs, I want to just share with you why I was inspired to make this video. So I was talking to this lovely woman yesterday, and she was telling me about that she broke up with her boyfriend, or her fiance, and they haven't spoken a month. And I asked her how that was going. She said it's really hard, but I knew that, you know, it wasn't meant to be, and so I broke up the engagement. And I said, well, what was going on and how are you feeling? She said, well, all of my friends are telling me, why am I breaking up? You know, maybe I should reconsider. Are you sure I want to do that? I mean, you're engaged already. And she was like, I'm sure, because, you know, we talked about the reasons. And I thought it was so interesting that, and I see this a lot, women or the people in her life were really encouraging her to give him another chance to go through with it, because they want, you know, they were worried that she might not meet somebody else. They didn't want to see her single anymore, and all of these reasons. But the truth is she knew that she didn't want to go forward in the relationship because she didn't want to give her power away. And the reason why this is so important, and I was so passionate about making this video, it's because when you give your power away, it's the opposite of the ultimate divine feminine, right? Because when you give your power away, essentially you become pretty much codependent, right? You're dependent on, so you give your power. So look at it this way: you have your power center, and you have this cord coming out of your heart, and you start to try to plug it in to a man. So you're giving him your power, and you're trying to get something from him: approval, love, affection, encouragement, all those things, all the things that we want, right? It's mostly the emotional support, the emotional dependence that we want, the codependence. We want that kind of emotional support. So we've got this cord coming out, it's trying to plug into men, and what happens is they don't want us to try to plug into them. It's enough that they have to deal with their own insecurities and their own confidence and their own everything. There's so many, when a woman tries to latch on, it's really uncomfortable. And I'm sure you've felt that with men coming on to you and being too needy and just not confident and empowered. It's like, ooh, that doesn't feel good. It doesn't feel good. It feels like a wet blanket. You just want to get it off you, right? So that's how it feels to men. That's why I'm really, really keen on talking to you about the signs that you know you're giving your power away, because I don't want that to happen, because the trajectory of you doing that is really negative, and it will pay. For example, if this woman would have married that man and he hadn't followed through with the things that they had agreed, then she's going to be living that life. She's going to have settled for this life because she was afraid to stand in her power. And so I'm so proud of her that she didn't give her power away, and that's why I wanted to make this video. All right, the first sign that you might be giving your power away to men is that you're dating a man who's broken promises to you. So broken promises. He said, this winter we're going to go skiing, or I'm going to get that for you next spring, or next year we're going to talk about moving in together, or yes, we're going to get engaged soon, right? Or I'm going to introduce you to my kids soon, very soon, or yeah, I want you to meet my family. Any kinds of those conversations happening, you're giving your power away, because he's not following through with what he says. His words and deeds need to match. If he says something, he needs to do it in a reasonable amount of time and for your situation. So the next piece, the next sign that I want to give you if you're giving your power away to men is he's not honest. He doesn't tell the truth. He's a liar, basically. What does that look like? He doesn't tell you where he was. He omits things. Yeah, I was out with the guys, doesn't say where, doesn't say who's there. He maybe inflates things, talks about he's got this or he's got that, but really he's just kind of blowing things out of proportion. It's his friend's boat, it's its friend's house, or something like that. It's just lying, or lying by omission. So leaving things out, I worked late and really he grabbed a beer with his friends. He just doesn't tell you everything. And you need someone who's honest with you. You cannot have a healthy relationship with somebody who doesn't tell you the truth, maybe doesn't even know how to tell the truth. Lying is becoming very common in the world, and white lies were already the norm, right? You can lie about your age, you can lie about your weight, you can lie about your height online. It's like, people are like, it's no big deal, but is it no big deal? It's a credibility piece. And telling the truth builds credibility fast, as fast as anything that you do that creates trust within somebody else. So if you're not telling the truth, you're losing credibility. So you want to tell the truth. Telling the truth is about being authentic. It's about having the confidence to tell the truth, even if you know they're not going to like what you say. So you just need to work on your ability to tell the truth and make sure that the man that you're with tells you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. Now, if you're liking the content of my channel, go ahead and like and subscribe to my channel if you have not yet, so that you receive notifications, because I'm going to be making a ton of great content for you, more videos coming your way. I'm so excited about that. I'm so excited to be back on YouTube making videos. Now, the third sign that you're giving a power away to men is you'll be accountable. Accountability is everything in a relationship, right? Think about if you're an employee or if you're an employer. If you say you got to work from 8 to 5 and you don't work, then they can fire you, right? And if you're an employer, if your employee isn't working the way they're saying they're working and they won't set the appointment and meet with you, where's the accountability? How can anything happen in life? How can you move anything forward when nobody will hold themselves accountable? So your men absolutely will need to want to hold himself accountable to you. In other words, what that means for me, it's like if Michael gets invited to spend Thanksgiving with his family, he doesn't say sure. He comes home and says, he tells them, let me check with Jackie. He comes home and says, honey, what do you want to do for Thanksgiving? We decide, and then he goes and tells that person the answer, right? So he's accountable. We are in a relationship. We're relating. It's an arrangement, a contract, a business. Just like any business deal, you have a contract. So I'm accountable to those contracts. Michael's accountable to me. I explain to him where I'm going, what I'm doing, because I want him to know. Because I want him to continue to build trust with him. And the same reason why he does it for me. It makes me feel safe when I know what I'm dealing with. So accountability is huge, and it's not as scary as it sounds. Just because I say the word accountability, it's your ability to account for your beliefs, your values, your promises, what you said. That's all it is. So break that word up, and you'll see that it's not as intimidating and scary and overwhelming as it might sound. Hold men accountable. They're grown men. They can be held accountable. And the last sign I want to give you, because there's so many, but I'm just going to give you these 4. It's stop walking on eggshells. Ladies, you really need to you already have the courage. You just have to use the courage to start speaking your truth. And I'm not talking with the hammer. You know me, I'm talking with a feather. Feather your truth. I don't want to go out tonight. I'm cold. I'm tired. I want to stay home this weekend. I would like to go to Mexican. I don't want seafood tonight. I don't want to have sex. I'm not in the mood. Can we do it tomorrow? I don't feel good. I'm tired. Whatever you're feeling, that needs to be your truth. Stop pushing your feelings down and making you come last. You need to come first with yourself. If you put yourself first, he will too. At least he will in my book. So put yourself first. He'll respect you for it. Don't give your power away. Make sure you check in with these signs. Make sure that that's not happening. Don't settle. When you settle, you set yourself on a trajectory for your life that not only impacts you greatly, it impacts your children if you have them, your family, your work. It impacts your health. It impacts your spirituality. Just don't settle for anything less than an empowered man. And here's the caveat with that. He just has to be willing to improve, willing to change, willing to shift. Now, we can't change men, but he can be willing to go, I can be more accountable. I can give you those answers. I can text you more. I can reassure you. I can do that because you need me to do it. And because I'm in a relationship with you, it's an honor to do those things for you. So I hope that you enjoyed this video. I hope it was helpful. And please put a comment in the comment box below. I love hearing from you. One of the things that I'm coming back to YouTube and love about my channel is that you write me messages, or you make suggestions about topics, or you give me feedback. That is so valuable to me, and I am so honored to be presenting my point of view on dating, relationships, women's empowerment, healing, toxic relationships, all the things. It's my honor to be working with you, to be serving you. And what you can do for me is to go ahead and post a comment, feedback, anything you have to say. I want to hear it, and I will respond. Okay, sending you lots of love. I'll see you in the next video.
Let me feel your love again, 'cause I've been running round in circles screaming out your name. Take me to a different place, just the two of us, and we can stay up all night, kissing under streetlights, doing what we want to.